people in the region and give the Palestinians a better life. Rebuild Gaza, create honest government to replace corrupt government, give them sovereignty, self-government, the ability to live to replace corrupt government, and to give Israel security. Sovereignty, self-government, designed by Hamas, honest government that was imminent. I'm here to tell you that in October, before October the 6th, by the way, there were discussions about how to roll out the normalization deal. Along comes October the 7th. Ever since that day, we've been dealing with this horrible situation. The rape and torture and destruction of 1,200 Jewish people, the response by Israel that's resulted in thousands of people being killed, a lot of terrorists, but a lot of children, a lot of innocent people. A lot of photos being presented. I want to introduce two photos. Unanimous consent, if I may. This is a photo of Hiroshima. Two photos, actually. This is what happens when you drop a nuclear weapon on people. It's not good. Now, why did we do that? After Pearl Harbor, we and the civilized world went to war against the Nazis and Imperial Japan. Millions of people lost their lives. But it was the goal of the United States to defeat Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan. And we're able to do that. Out of the ashes of that terrible, horrible war, we now have two democracies. Japan and Germany are good allies of the United States. They're productive members of the international community. It took a generation plus to change the radicalization of the German population through the Nazis, and the same in Imperial Japan. What will happen is if we can find normalization between Saudi Arabia and Israel, there will be hope for the Palestinians I have not seen before. Those who want a two-state solution, we got to sit down and talk about how you do that after October the 7th. But I do believe without resolving the Palestinian issue where the Palestinian people have a hopeful life versus a glorious death, we'll never move forward. I really do believe after October the 7th, Israel needs security more than ever. What's the key? The Arabs. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, MBZ, and the United Arab Emirates, I think, hold the key to this. If we could create a political horizon over the arc of time for the Palestinians that you will have self-governance, that you'll be independent, and convince the Israelis that this new entity will not threaten you, there could never be another October the 7th, then we're well on our way to a new region. This resolution today, no matter how sincere, undercuts all this. Israel has had to respond to an attack that was the most vicious since World War II against the Jewish people. I blame Hamas more than any other group about the loss of life in Gaza because they used their own people as human shields. This commitment of the United States to give Israel what they need to win a war they can't afford to lose has to be uncompromising. But what's not uncompromising is the day after. We're getting to the point now that with the destruction of Hamas, we've got to think about how can we prevent them from coming back. Israel cannot occupy Gaza. The West Bank needs to be reformed, but it has to be done with the Arab world leading the charge. So what I'd like to do with President Biden before he leaves office is work with President Trump, the incoming president, and President Biden, the outgoing president, to find a solution. Can we lock down a normalization agreement between Saudi Arabia and Israel that protects Saudi Arabia, a defense agreement with the United States, so there'll be an our column